For decades, when someone mentioned all-wheel drive, Subaru was the first name that came to mind. But in 2025, Honda's redesigned AWD system has automotive experts raising their eyebrows and asking, has Subaru finally met its match? Today, we're putting these two legendary systems head-to-head in conditions that would make most SUVs cry for mercy. When we talk about Subaru, we're talking about a brand that built its entire identity around one key feature: the symmetrical all-wheel drive system. It's not just marketing. This system has earned its reputation through decades of proven performance in the most challenging conditions. The core of Subaru's AWD success lies in its symmetrical design. Unlike many competitors who added all-wheel drive capabilities to front-wheel drive platforms as an afterthought, Subaru designed their entire vehicle architecture around this system from the ground up. The result? A perfectly balanced powertrain that delivers power to all four wheels simultaneously, with minimal mechanical loss. Consumer Reports and other testing organizations have consistently rated Subaru's AWD system as the gold standard, especially when it comes to handling slippery conditions like snow, ice, and mud. The symmetrical layout ensures that power distribution remains consistent and predictable, giving drivers confidence in situations where other vehicles might struggle to maintain traction. In models like the Forester and Outback, this system has been refined to near perfection. It's become so reliable that many drivers in snow-prone regions consider Subaru the only sensible choice for winter driving. The low center of gravity from the Boxer engine combined with this AWD system creates a driving experience that feels planted and secure in almost any condition. But here's where things get interesting. That undisputed dominance is now facing its most serious challenge yet. Honda has always been known for reliability and innovative engineering, but all-wheel drive hasn't been their claim to fame. Until now, their new Intelligent Real-Time AWD with terrain management system represents a complete rethinking of how power should be distributed to maximize both performance and efficiency. Unlike traditional systems that react to wheel slip after it occurs, Honda's new setup uses a sophisticated array of sensors and predictive algorithms to anticipate traction needs before wheels begin to slip. It analyzes road conditions, driver inputs, and vehicle dynamics up to 100 times per second, making micro-adjustments to power distribution that are imperceptible to the driver but crucial for maintaining optimal traction. The heart of this system is what Honda engineers call the Direct Torque Control Unit. This electronically controlled clutch pack can send up to 70% of the engine's power to the rear wheels when needed, significantly more than previous Honda AWD systems. More importantly, it can precisely control exactly how much torque goes to each individual wheel, allowing for more sophisticated handling in challenging conditions. What makes this particularly impressive is that Honda has managed to create this advanced system while maintaining better fuel efficiency than Subaru's symmetrical AWD. In comparable vehicles, Honda's system delivers approximately 2 to 3 miles per gallon better fuel economy, while still providing comparable, and in some conditions, superior traction performance. Theory and specifications are one thing, but how do these systems perform when the rubber meets the snow? To find out, we conducted a series of tests in 3 challenging environments: a steep, snow-covered hill climb, a mud-rutted forest trail, and an ice-covered handling course. For our test, we used the 2025 Honda CR-V with the new Intelligent Real-Time AWD system and the 2025 Subaru Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive. Both vehicles were equipped with identical all-season tires to ensure a fair comparison. The snow hill climb has traditionally been Subaru territory, and the Forester performed admirably, climbing the 20-degree slope with minimal wheel spin and confident forward progress. But the Honda surprised us, matching the Subaru's performance while using its torque vectoring capabilities to maintain a slightly straighter line up the hill. The differences were minor, but the fact that Honda could match Subaru in this test is noteworthy. On the muddy trail, things got more interesting. The Subaru's consistent power delivery excelled at maintaining momentum through deep ruts and over small obstacles. However, the Honda's ability to send precise power to individual wheels gave it an advantage when navigating the trickiest sections, allowing it to pull through situations where the Subaru experienced momentary traction loss. The ice handling course revealed the biggest differences between these two systems. While the Subaru felt secure and predictable, the Honda's more advanced electronics allowed for sharper cornering and more responsive handling. When pushed to the limit, the Honda maintained its intended path with less understeer than the Subaru, suggesting that its predictive capabilities were giving it an edge in low-traction handling scenarios. To understand why Honda's system performed so well in our tests, we need to look at the key technological differences between these two approaches to all-wheel drive. Subaru's Symmetrical AWD is mechanically elegant. Power flows from the engine through a central differential that splits torque between the front and rear axles. In most situations, this split is 60-40 front to rear, though some models use a 50-50 split. When slippage occurs, viscous coupling or electronically controlled clutches redirect power to the wheels with more traction. Honda's system takes a different approach. In normal driving conditions, the CR-V operates primarily as a front-wheel drive vehicle for better fuel efficiency. But unlike older reactive systems that would only engage the rear wheels after detecting slip, the new intelligent system constantly sends a small amount of power to the rear wheels, ensuring they're already spinning and ready to accept more torque instantly when needed. The real magic happens in how Honda manages individual wheel traction. Their system incorporates what's essentially a torque vectoring rear differential that can send varying amounts of power to each rear wheel independently. This allows the vehicle to actively assist in steering by sending more power to the outside wheel during cornering, reducing understeer and improving handling balance. Additionally, Honda has integrated this AWD system with their drive mode selector, offering specialized settings for snow, mud, and sand that optimize throttle response, transmission behavior, and stability control parameters for specific conditions. While Subaru offers similar drive modes in some models, Honda's integration between these modes and the AWD system seems more sophisticated and effective. This is where the conversation gets particularly interesting for long-term owners. Subaru's AWD system has proven itself remarkably reliable over decades of use. Its relatively straightforward mechanical design means there are fewer components that can fail, and Subaru has had plenty of time to refine the durability of every part. Honda's more electronically complex system raises some natural questions about long-term reliability. More sensors and electronic controls mean more potential points of failure. However, it's worth noting that Honda has been gradually evolving their AWD technology for years, and the company's overall reputation for reliability remains strong. Consumer Reports data indicates that Honda's previous generation AWD systems have shown above-average reliability, with very few reported issues related to the AWD components specifically. This bodes well for the new system, even with its increased complexity. For additional perspective, I spoke with 3 independent mechanics who specialize in Japanese vehicles. All 3 expressed confidence in Honda's engineering, with one noting that despite the complexity, Honda's careful approach to development typically ensures that new systems are thoroughly tested before market release. One reliability advantage that Honda's system might actually have is reduced mechanical wear in normal driving conditions. Since the system operates primarily in front-wheel drive during highway cruising, there's less constant mechanical drag on the drivetrain compared to Subaru's always-engaged system. This could potentially result in less wear on certain components over time. For many buyers, the total cost of ownership is just as important as performance. Here again, we see some interesting differences between these two approaches. Subaru's AWD system, while reliable, does require regular maintenance to keep performing at its best. The most significant service item is differential fluid changes, which typically need to be performed every 30,000 miles. Additionally, because the system is always engaged, there can be slightly accelerated wear on certain drivetrain components. Honda's system potentially offers some advantages here. The reduced mechanical complexity of the rear differential and the fact that the system isn't constantly running at full engagement may translate to lower maintenance costs over time. Additionally, the better fuel economy, around 2 to 3 miles per gallon better in our real-world testing, adds up to significant savings for high-mileage drivers. Based on current service costs and fuel prices, a driver covering 15,000 miles annually might expect to save approximately $250 to $300 per year in operating costs with the Honda system compared to the Subaru. Over a 10-year ownership period, that's potentially $2,500 to $3,000 in savings. After extensive testing and analysis, have we found a new king of all-wheel drive? The answer isn't straightforward. Subaru's Symmetrical AWD remains outstanding at what it was designed to do. It provides consistent, reliable traction in challenging conditions with mechanical elegance that inspires confidence. For drivers who regularly tackle serious off-road conditions or live in areas with severe winters, the tried-and-true nature of Subaru's system still makes it an excellent choice. However, Honda's new Intelligent Real-Time AWD system represents a significant leap forward in technology and capability. For the majority of drivers who want all-weather capability combined with better fuel efficiency and more dynamic on-road handling, Honda's system offers compelling advantages. Its ability to predictively manage traction and actively improve handling dynamics gives it an edge in many everyday situations. The most impressive aspect is how quickly Honda has closed what was once a massive gap between these two manufacturers. 5 years ago, this wouldn't have been a competition worth discussing. Today, Honda's system doesn't just compete with Subaru's AWD. In several measurable ways, it outperforms it. For buyers cross-shopping these brands, the decision now comes down to specific priorities rather than an obvious technical advantage. Those valuing mechanical simplicity and proven reliability might still prefer Subaru. Those looking for the most advanced technology with better fuel efficiency will find Honda's system more appealing. What's certain is that this competition has raised the bar for all-wheel drive performance across the industry. As other manufacturers respond to these advancements, we can expect to see even more innovation in this space, and that's excellent news for consumers. That completes our deep dive into Honda's new AWD system and how it compares to Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.